This weekend, Gamestop is doing demos for the PlayStation VR headgear equipment. And I felt that I'd stop by. I was originally going to do it tomorrow, but I called the nearby GameStop, and they said that they actually had the equipment ready to test right now. So as you can see, the PSVR begins at $399, and it quickly escalates when you add the Move bundle and the camera, the PS camera, which you're absolutely going to need unless you already purchased. You absolutely need the Move controllers, those little Decepticon dildos that you see with the blue bulbs on the top. You absolutely need those in order to play the games that make use of your hands in the immersion environment. But without that, you can just use the PlayStation controller to play most games like flight simulators and racing and whatnot. So this is the experience that I had when I visited my GameStop recently. Now, how does it? Now, here's a question. I had a couple of questions. This works with the old unit and the new unit, or just the old one?
Correct, both units.
Works with both units.
What do you
and
mean?
This,
The system?
because they have a redesigned PlayStation.
Yeah.
Do you start selling that yet?
Yes, we're taking pre-orders.
You're taking pre-orders. When does it come out?
Sometime in November.
Okay. Okay. I'll put it on.
Sit down.
Oh, I gotta sit. And then that's another thing. When you play this, do you have to sit down, or are you allowed to stand up?
You
Or
got options.
you got options? All right. Okay.
Me out of here.
All right,
Thank you again, bro. Good seeing you. I'll probably see you Saturday.
All right.
Take care. Have fun, man.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it was okay.
Nice and smooth.
Oh.
Everything clear.
Okay. All right. So basically, okay, looks good. All right.
What type of games you normally play? So
First-person shooters and maybe I don't know, like flight simulators.
I got a good flight simulator for you.
Huh?
Got a good flight simulator.
Sounds good. Okay.
Want me to record you?
Yeah, sure.
It's how we live on. It's our life beyond death. So make me proud out there.
Welcome, pilot. Begin systems check. Navigation systems online. Magnetic category initialized.
Hold on tight.
Two, one.
All right, listen up. Escort missions are pretty routine, but let's keep our eyes open. Got a bad feeling about today. Get into formation and follow my lead. Roger. Moving up.
Shit.
I don't like this. Something's up. Stay close. Activate boosters and group in the waypoint. Roger. Roger. Cabin to all fighters. We're seeing a significant number of unknown vessels zeroing in on our perimeter. Let's assume the worst. Trying to defend the carriers. If we lose them, we're stuck out here. Kill as many of the enemy as you can.
My left. Oh, okay, because it's a little blurry. It's a little. That's fucking great. Oh man, I hope you're getting this. This is pretty cool. Oh shit. That's sick, yo.
Yeah. Looks like our Russian mates are up for a bit of an afternoon. Fucking shit! We'll make bolognese out of that twat. You dirty bastard. Well, there's been no claims, Group. Here, make yourself useful. Let's show them fucking muckers and bananas. Reload your money. Nice shooting. Reload. Yeah. Now this is a proper party. I'm a fan. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking hell!
Oh, okay. This knob right here tightens the thing. You said there was a button that I was... Oh, it's right there. And that one does what again?
Extends it.
Oh, it extends it. And these are actually buttons right here, like square, triangle, circle, triangle.
Yeah, it just keeps this piece.
Oh, okay. Those aren't real buttons.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that thing is hot, yeah. VR headsets have come and went since the 1990s. I remember when Sony was putting out VR headsets back then, and they were at the Wiz on demo, and you couldn't afford them because they were ridiculously and prohibitively expensive. So here now you've got this new Sony PS VR equipment, and you have to have the Move controller in order to use it in the way you see me using it here. Problem is, you also have to have the camera. Some people have the camera, but the camera by itself is a $50 option to add to your PS4 system. And then on top of that, there are some people who are going to want to buy the new PS4 because it supports 4K. It's a more powerful system. But you don't actually need the new PS4 in order to use this equipment, because it comes with what you can see on the table is it comes with its own graphic processing unit specifically for the headset. Now, the immersion that I felt was actually pretty cool. The only downside, it was pretty hard to see things that were going on around me without absolutely looking in that direction. And I'm pretty sure that's how they want it to be, so that, you know, the point of view or the field of view is controlled basically by your neck movements. But the one thing I will say is, even after playing this thing for a relatively short time, the front of my face, my sinuses hurts. I did get a little bit of motion sickness in the very beginning when I was playing Valkyrie. But the second game, I got a little bit more immersion out of it, even though I was having a little bit of trouble fitting the helmet perfectly to my head. But right now, the front of my sinus is still, it feels stuffy, and it feels like it feels like the front of my face hurts. So when it really comes down to these VR things, first of all, people standing up and playing with these things like they were playing Nintendo Wii, it's not going to happen simply because it's too dangerous. You can trip over things, you can fall, you can hit things, you can hurt yourself, and they're not going to want the liability. So they wanted me to sit down, they wanted me to play it while I'm sitting down. The other issue is obviously motion sickness. Not everybody's going to react to the visuals the exact same way. Now, part of the problem with motion sickness is, in order to combat it, what they have to do is they have to make you feel like you're strapped down. So they put you in a cockpit of a jet fighter, or they put you in a car and they lock you in it. So this way your brain feels that you're basically locked into place while the rest of your body is allowed to move, but your hips are not. Because the thing about the brain is, the brain doesn't want to be tricked into thinking that it's moving when it's really not. And on top of that, the motion sickness ultimately comes from the fact that your inner ear dictates movement, because your inner ear is like a gyroscope. It's like an accelerometer that you'd find in a cell phone. So overall, it was a pretty interesting experience. I really don't think that I could pay $500 for this and then on top of that have to buy a new PS4, which is pretty much what they want people to do. You'd be spending like close to $1,000 just to have this. It's a fad toy, and to tell you the truth, when a 4K 50-inch or 60-inch television can be purchased for less than $600, I mean, this is a toy. It looks pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure there'll be new games that take advantage of it for people who are at home or in dormitories or in their parents' basement or whatever. But the mere fact that my sinuses are still killing me after using that thing, and I hadn't had a problem with my sinus for a long time, tells me all I need to know.